All right, everybody. So you're not going to believe it. You're going to think I am nuts. I'm going to tell you, I know my neighbors do. I'm in here having a conversation with the animals, and they're talking back. I'm telling Sandy that she needs to be quiet this time and not be barking. People don't want to hear her barking. And turn the video on and I start talking and she starts barking and I say, Sandy, and baby, the bird says, Sandy. Then I looked the baby, I turned the video thing off, the phone off, and I said, baby, they don't want to hear you either. Don't be yelling at Sandy. Who's going to tell you to stop if you're going to yell at Sandy? And the bird says, baby. I'm like, oh no. The animal was answering me now. I mean, he responds anyways. That's what he does. But when you're having a conversation and they're answering back in the right way, sometimes it's just like, this is just too much. I mean, should not be this way. Okay. So I have my Spellbinders kit from January. It's in February, and I haven't even done these yet. And I'm thinking, oh my, I need to do this. I really, really do. And there's some large dies, and that's glimmer. So here's what with the glimmer. So I don't have a glimmer machine. I don't have the foil press from Crafter's Career. I don't have one. And I told myself, I'm not spending that kind of money on this. And then you do this, and this is your card, and then that's it, you're done. And I thought, no, that's going to take all the fun out of it. And then I started noticing that people don't just do just the plate, they add to it and make it more than it is. And I thought, okay, for a background, okay, but I'm still not spending that kind of money. And then you got to buy the plates, and not going to do it. And scrapbooking made simple. She had the Go Press and Foil machine, I believe, and she had a good price. And this was in January, so it's been probably 3 weeks or so. Feels longer than that. I don't know why, but it feels longer than that. It feels like I've been waiting forever, and I was just thinking to myself, maybe I'll call them and ask them, like, what is the holdup with this? Because I do not believe they were the ones shipping it out anyways. I believe wherever they were getting the machines from, those people were the ones that were going to be shipping it out. So I didn't think it was going to take that long, but I was thinking I probably better call and find out what's going on. Maybe somehow it's gotten lost or something. And I get an email saying it's gone into awaiting fulfillment. I paid for it back when I bought it. It should have been awaiting fulfillment this whole time. I don't understand. I don't know how that works. And I'm always showing the good deals that I'm getting from Scrapbooking Made Simple, and I do. They're great deals. She has great deals. But I do always try to stress that their shipping takes a long time. Every once in a while you'll get something quickly, but for the most part it's going to be a while. Don't expect it in a week. It's not going to happen. And one of my friends on here said they had ordered something. Oh, I'm trying to remember because I know they were waiting on. They've been waiting a long time. Maybe like 5 weeks or something. and they ordered it before they read their shipping policy. And their shipping policy is what'll get you, because they'll say this qualifies for expedited shipping, and you think, oh yay, expedited shipping, I won't have to wait as long. Their expedited shipping is you can't order anything from any other category or anything. It has to only be from that category. And their expedited shipping is not necessarily expedited. Their expedited shipping is like other companies' regular shipping almost. So you can get good deals from them, but know that you'll have to wait. But anyway, so I have been getting these plates, waiting for the machine to come. Because, like I said, I've always been telling myself, I'm not going to do it. I am not going to buy a foiling machine. And so when they had it, probably $40, $50 cheaper than other places. And I thought, I might as well get it and try it and do it, and let's see how this machine. My understanding is that the foil press from Crafter's Companion is a little complicated. I would just say that I get that impression. At first I thought on my own, watching videos and stuff, oh my gosh, there's so much to remember, and you gotta know the times, and there's all these different times and stuff. And then I watched a Vianney video, and she was like, okay, let me look at the time. And it's always this major thing she was saying. And this was a long time ago she talked about it. And she was just like, I don't bring it out that much because it's always a big deal. It's me talking. They don't like the sound of my voice, I guess. Anyways, so then Vianney got this other machine. Is it a Spellbinder's machine or what? I don't remember. But she seems to like it, and she doesn't mind it as much. And I thought, well, maybe this machine will be like that machine, and it won't be so complicated. I won't know until the time comes. But anyways, I got all these kits. These are Spellbinders. How do we get on scrapbooking? Oh, scrapbooking made simple because I'm waiting for my foiling machine. I don't know yet. I don't know anything about this machine. I think she used it in the video, but it must have been a video I didn't watch, or I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just know that it's awaiting fulfillment, Oh, look what happened. Look. I wish they packaged it better. That just ripped. I mean, I was trying to get it open and it just ripped. Might have already been ripped. This is the stamp of the month. And then the stamp of the month, you can join the clear stamp and die of the month. And they're so cute. The little honey jar. Happy birthday. There's a bunch of bees. So we're just going to start. And we're going to just stamp and color. And I'm just going to do... Just going to do it. And I will use this gray, twilight gray. It's a greenish gray. I like it. And I really almost just want to kind of leave this and just stamp the whole thing. But this plastic here is like embossed with the image. Huh, that's something. Alright, let me do this. Quit wasting time and just do this. So this really needs to be stamped on the actual card. I'm going to go ahead and stamp it anyways, because everybody wants to be sure and tell me that when stamps are brand new, you got to stamp an image first. That's not always true. There are plenty of times that my first stamp is good. Sometimes not. But if it's not, now I've already done my first stamp, right? So if I do it again, it should be good, right? Now, because you're telling me I got to stamp off my first one. So I stamped off the first one. Now it's good, right? That's what everybody keeps saying. It's an empty spot. So why? It's not. Because the stamp hasn't been conditioned and has a film on it. There's another reason it's doing that. Because the rest of the stamp is not doing that, and it's right in the middle. And what that tells me is, more than likely, I am doing something wrong. Or there's something wrong with the stamp. Now, this is Spellbinders. I do not for a minute believe that there is something wrong with the stamp. I am doing something wrong. There could be a bubble somewhere. There could be something under the paper that's messing it up. It could be a lot of things. But, and I'm using the rock block. And I'm going to make sure, okay, and I'm going to rock backwards even though you're not supposed to. I'm going to. And let's see if that worked this time. No. But see, it's the same spot as here. I mean, baby! It's just so wrong. So what is the deal here? Okay, here's what I'm going to try doing. I am just going to move the stamp a little bit and see what happens. Maybe there's something with my stamping block. But you can clearly see the rest of the stamp is stamping beautifully. Okay, I'm going to go down and it doesn't look like there's ink on it. So it looks like that little flower is a little bit lowered. But that came up to the B there, so that doesn't make sense either. And it could just be the way the rocker box got it turning. I can almost see that it's not making contact. You know, you can kind of see that the stamp hits and goes down. You can kind of see that. But here, you can't. There, that looks like it got that B. Gotta get that flower now, though. Let's see. No. But see, You also can't see any ink on the flower. You can right there on the bee. I don't know what is going on. It's on this side. And the whole rest of the stamp is beautiful. It's just that little bit. And where I could see the rest of it hitting, I don't see that hitting. The only other thing I could think of at this point okay, now I can see where the bees hit. What about the flower? Not the top. I can see the bottom of the flower hitting. Okay. Alright, I'm going to oh, that's not what I was looking for. I thought that was my stamp positioner. No. Where did I put the stamp positioner? I'm gonna have to see the top. I don't see. I see the tops. I gotta get this plate out of the way. I got so much stuff up here, and it's not even funny. Why? Why do I have so much stuff up here? Because I've gotten so much stuff in, and I want to show it all. And then, I did not see the bottom of the system, just the top. As I tell you, this is too not good in here. Oh, all these dies. Guess what I'm doing today? What have I done here? Sometimes I just think somebody's messing with me and does this stuff. In this house, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest with you. Hang on. They can mess with me. I got another one. What happened to, how come nobody's doing the magnetic anymore? Why is everybody going to the where you have to tape it down? I wonder all the time about that. Why are we seeing less and less of the magnetic in favor of the tape it down? Is somebody figured out that it works better? I mean, I don't know. I like the magnets myself, though. That's all I can say. Okay, let's do this way. Let's find out if there is. You watch, it's going to work beautifully. Beautifully, beautifully. And it's going to fit right in here. And pick that up. No problem. Pick it up. Take the ink to the stamp, not stamp to the ink. And hopefully this will work. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with that rock block, but I'd put it in a different spot. So, I can see bubbles in here. I can see air bubbles in my stamp. So I'm gonna bring it down and try to get those air bubbles out. I hope that did it. Let me re-ink it just in case I took some of that ink off. I'm gonna have to put these little animal guys in other rooms when I'm filming so that I can film without all the bother, right? Okay, I didn't even have to push down. It's already down. Isn't that weird? Shouldn't I have to push down? How can it already be down? Let's see. Am I on wrong? This one doesn't want to come off. There we go. Look at that. That whole middle this time didn't. I don't know what my deal is that I just cannot get a stamp to work right. Let's see. Look. There's still ink. I see ink on it. I don't know. Let's try and see if this makes a difference. No. Still not there. I must have this on wrong. Maybe it goes the other way. Yep, that's what I did wrong. Okay, it goes the other way. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try it this way now then. That's not right. this is right. No, that's not right either. Okay, this is right. This way. So we're just gonna turn the paper. Here, we'll turn it. No. We'll turn it this way. Take that off. Put that on. And this on. Now it shouldn't move. Now we should do better. Oh my goodness, what's wrong? This video's gonna have to be over by the time I get this first stamp stamped down. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. We got a stamp. And look, that was the only part that stamped. Oh, okay, because that was the only one that had ink left. That's why. Okay. But this piece must be low somewhat. If the rest of it worked and this one didn't, and now that I can push it down more, it's gonna work in that one area. It must be down a little bit. It's gotta be something like that, right? Because why? Why would that be? So, yeah, it's still not. Look. Okay, the good thing about this is I can put it back. Shouldn't have to be this hard. I still see ink on there, yep. Right there, I could still see the ink. And now it's all twisted. I don't know. But I'm about to give up. Because how many times can you do this without saying something's not right here? Somehow, you got to say something's not right here. I'm just gonna grab this and here, use this one. It's a little bit bigger. Ooh, I don't like the way that feels. That feels better. That other one was gonna scrape my grid. Let's see what happens. I can see there's still ink on that flower. Look at that. There is definitely an issue right there. And let me show you because who told me about this? I know somebody told me. One of my friendly viewers told me about this. See that I stuck that paper under there to lift that piece up. Let's see if that's gonna be good enough. It might work. I think their thing was it needed to be more of the area than just like that whole thing. So let's see what happens. I still see floral. I still see ink right there. So I'm gonna add another piece right there. Okay. It looks like the ink. No, the ink is still on the stamp. Okay, I think I'm gonna re-ink a little bit because maybe the ink is dried. It looks like it's trying to work now. Just needs a little lift up, right? Sandy always has to do this as soon as I start talking. I'm gonna have to now let's see. Still not. That's gonna be the best I'm gonna get. There's like a soft spot. Is that an air bubble? Oh, no. No, not an air bubble. I don't know. But I'm going to keep that. I'm going to keep it. And I'm going to stamp. Um, thanks for just because. Have a beautiful day. I think I did that right. Have a beautiful day. And then I'll probably do the bees a couple of times because they're the bees. This stamping platform, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just so big. You know, it's so big. It's just so big. I don't even know. I don't even know. I mean, you could stamp on a 12 by 12 sheet. You could stamp on a scrapbook page if you wanted to. put a stamp in a specific spot on a scrapbook page. You could do that. And I'm using this glitter paste jar because after so many times with that, see how nice the rest of them look? Look how nice the rest of them look. So I'm going to take off the honey pot. And have a beautiful day. And I'm going to stamp me some more bees and flowers a couple of times. I'm going to make sure I have plenty of those so I don't have to come back. Did you see what I just did? I just stamped them where they already were. All I did was darken them. Sandy. The mailman. It's the mailman. Sandy. The baby's gonna start. Sandy. The baby's gonna start yelling at Sandy here in a minute. This bee needs to just a little bit over there. Well, come on, bee. I might have missed that with the ink pad. That's all right. Let's move it to another spot. I was wanting to color it and everything for y'all, but I spent so much time stamping that other one that I don't think time-wise it's gonna be something that we're gonna do. So we just have to do what we're doing, I guess. Just cut them out, have a look, and check it out. I'm gonna ask you, because this is the bee that didn't stamp, and there's its wing, and there's that little space, and it's in the same spot, and it's in the same spot. Huh. I don't know. I don't know. Up in the air about it. Just not sure. So we're gonna pull these little boosters up out of here. Hold on, let me stick this Uh-oh. Sandy. Don't want to lose them. So, put them back. Look what we do. See the we are? Look at there, we are. We just line those up, and that's how we know we got it on right, I guess. All right. Thank goodness I'm done with that. uh, so this one turned out decent with the extra paper underneath it. So it still could have used a little bit more up. See, y'all, you should be, oh, look at my hands. Ugh. Y'all should be reading each other's comments and suggestions to me. Let me tell you what happens. In the comments, I go in. If I'm notified of comments, then that's good, right? I'm notified, and I go there, and I answer it. I read it and answer it, you know. But I don't get notified of all the comments. Not all of them. So when I don't get notified of all the comments, then I have to go in to my channel and pull up comments. And what I do is I just do that periodically once in a while just to make sure and see in case I haven't been notified of comments. But then sometimes comments are in there and I'll see it in there and I'll go to it and it won't let me. And then when I go back to comments, it's not in there no more. Okay, so now I can't find it. Now, the other thing I do sometimes is I go to the individual videos and I'll just look up comments just like everybody else does, and I'll come across some that I had no idea about. And then I'll answer them, read them, answer them. I really do try my best to get the stuff answered and done. And excuse me. But sometimes I miss them. And I mean, I've gone back and found comments that I've missed weeks. And I still answer them because if you're commenting, I should be trying to answer your comments. You asking something or telling me something, and I just don't understand why we're given such a hard time to do it. Why don't they all just pop up? But, you know, it's just like Facebook anymore. I don't get things that my friends post until days later. I'll get a message. So-and-so posted on Facebook, you know, 5 minutes ago. And I'll go, and 5 minutes ago is 5 days ago or 3 days ago or, you know, 2 hours ago. It's never like they say 5 minutes ago. And I think how rude. My friends think I'm so rude because they put this on here and I haven't responded to them. And they think I'm just ignoring them. And there's so many commercials and stuff on there. I'm getting those, no problem. You know, I just went in and did a whole bunch of trying to eliminate that. I went in and hit don't show this post, or don't show posts from this person anymore, or don't show this anymore, to see if that helps, but I don't know if it's going to or not. And it's too soon since I did it to know if it's going to work. But it's just frustrating because, you know, you try to be considerate of people, and sometimes it's not your fault, and you can't be considerate. So they need to fix that. They need to prioritize the people and send the ads back in and let us decide which do we want to read first. I don't know. There we go. There we go. Oh, now she's not barking, she's crying. And I know she's fine. Because I took care of everything for her before I started. So she got no reason to cry right now. She just wants attention. It was nice having that room, and I could just go in there and shut the door, and I didn't have to worry about it, you know. You know what I mean? Maybe they didn't think so, though. Which bee was that? This bee. This is the flower, not the bee. Okay. Bee. And let me do this bee first. Where is this bee? Must be this bee. But see, this bee ain't right. Oh, I got it. It turned wrong. That's why it wasn't right. But let me get this bee first so that I don't have to worry about coming back to this piece of paper sitting here. Oh. Animals ganging up on me. And it was when baby was sick. The little dog. We had to have baby in like a carrier instead of the big cage. And the little dog, I had the carrier on the couch. So the bird didn't feel alone, right? I mean, you don't want the bird to feel like it was alone. So I had the carrier on the couch right next to where I sat. Yeah, my little dog. She would lay right on the, under, not on the couch, but under the couch, under where the little dogs, where the little bird's carrier was. So they do love each other. She was worried about the bird. So sweet. And then one day the dog wasn't feeling so great. And the bird went over to check on him, and they kind of kissed. I was like, Wait. This is a bird and a dog. But you know, I'm just glad they like each other. Let's just leave it at that, because if they didn't like each other, you know, I can have the bird out and the dog at the same time and not worry about it. Of course, the other part to that is the dog is so little that I don't know who would hurt who with the dog, with the bird having the beak that it has. That's probably not going to cut right, and I'm not going to worry about it, because if this other one cuts right, I've got 5, and that's an odd number, which is what you want to have, right? An odd number of things. For some reason, makes things look better, and I believe that's true. See, this one did not work, so that's all right. I'm not going to worry about it. See, it just slid away. But like I said, I'm not worried about it. I'm going to bring the flower over and cut out a couple of flowers here. Oh, tell you what I'm going to do. Cut this off. I don't need all of that. Okay. Anything else I need? Let's see. Anything else I need to tell you? Anything else I want to tell you? Anything? I don't think so. I think I got. No. All right. That's my pieces cut out. Here's the sheet that shows where the pieces go. So let's see. How did I do? Not so great. Not so great, but that's all right. They're gonna fit in here. And so normally this would have been probably just stamped straight on the card blank. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna do a little bit of fussy cut here. But I really did just want to keep this kind of rounded, because I don't know if there's any pictures with this in. I don't think so. No. Okay, just gonna fussy cut around, and I'm using my scissors Now I'm going to tell you something that I've noticed the last few times. It used to be that I always liked to fussy cut with my little scissors. And I would always grab my little scissors to fussy cut. And then when I'm doing the videos, I kept thinking, I'm just going to do a real quick fussy cut. I'm not going to pull my little scissors and stuff out because I'm just going to do it real quick. So the other day, and I believe, I'm not positive, I might have been making a card, but I believe I was doing a video. And I grabbed my little scissors to do some fussy cutting. And I realized it had been a long time. And all of a sudden, those little scissors were not so easy to use. I have grown accustomed to using my big scissors for it now. And so that's what I like now. And I'm looking and I'm thinking, my cuts have gotten better. Have they gotten better because I'm using big scissors now? Or just because I got more experience with it now? Because it does seem like lately I've been doing a lot of fussy cutting. Now here's the only bad part about this. In this thing, it's almost like a perfect circle, but because I did the cutting myself, it's not such a perfect circle. So I think what I'm going to do is just go to the bottom of all the stems and cut there. And maybe that'll give me a better look. I don't know. We'll find out. And then when I get here, then I'm gonna fussy cut here. Another thing, when I fussy cut, I don't like these sharp, pointy, and I like to come back in and nip those points off. And to me, that always makes them look better. Just nip those points off. I just am not a fan of the pointy. So, okay. So I've got a card blank right here. It's a small one, and I'm sure this calls for. The small one is 4 by 6. And perfect. It fits in it perfect. And then have a beautiful day. We'll go there. You know what's funny is they're different whites. And it's really noticeable here. Usually it's not so noticeable. But right now here it is. And we're going to have little bees buzzing around. And some flowers down here. And some bees buzzing. The good thing, this is nice. They're going in different directions. There's 3, and that might be all I could really have on there. I would rather have the 5, but I also don't want it to be crowded. I want to get these flowers over here by the honey pot. And I was going to put them in a bunch together. You know, bunch of them in bunches. And then 1, 2, you know, bees kind of do not that close together, huh? That's too close together. I think I better stick with the 3. There. They say not to do even numbers, but the 3 looked like too much. So I don't know if the 3 in that counts together or not. I'm liking this right now. And I don't even have a background paper on it. And I'm not even going to worry about it. I might just leave it on the white. So, probably shouldn't be. Nope, it's been an hour, but I'm going to do just a little bit of coloring. And I'm not doing the layered coloring right now. I'm just, probably should be doing watercolors instead of the alcohol, but the alcohol are here. Just, these are a little bit bigger than what I did yesterday, and that was why I had these out. This pen is drying up. Just pick a few and color on the color you want them to be. It would be so much better to do. If I hadn't spent so much time on the stamp, I could spend more time on the coloring. This looks like the same kind of flower, so I'm going to color it the same color. Okay. I think that's the end of the ones that look like that. Now we need the ones, those pinks or what? Here, I'll do these. And the pinks. Ooh, that's not pink at all, is it? It's purple. I really like the way these work together and the way this is. If you have this kit, you know, it's different when you're not doing a video. You can do things different, and you have more time, and you know, you can go look for things and grab things, and you know, I could spend hours on this instead of the hour and whatever I've already spent. And mostly because I had trouble with the stamp. But I won't hide that, I won't take that out. I don't know whose fault it is. The stamp or mine, I'm doing something wrong, or I don't know. It's not the thing I was using the stamp with because, oops, the positioner and the rocket block didn't like it. So, I mean, I'm not saying they didn't like it. They just didn't, it didn't turn out on either one of those. It wasn't that it needed inked and pre-stamped, because it was pre-stamped plenty. Um, I'm going to go ahead and do this one in this color. Not the same flower, and it shouldn't be, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. This doesn't even fit there. That flower that gave me all that trouble doesn't even feel like it should be there. Look at it. Take care of those little things. And at these two here, I'm just going to use the blue. So these are supposed to have the brush. Let's look. See? But all my pins are getting dried up out there. Up there. And they say Crafter's Companions changing their pins. And they're in the process of working on that now. And okay, whatever. A lot of people are upset because they're like, I spent all the money getting these because they're refillable. So I figured it was worth it. And now, but then Sarah had made the comment on that 24-hour craft booking thing that they are refillable and you just got to find the refill somewhere. So I don't know. And they were talking about the tri-blends, but it's the same ink for all the pens. So if they're still putting out the ink, now when they were selling off the stock, which I didn't realize was what they were doing, I did buy a bunch of the inkers because they had them at a really reasonable price. So I've got like a box full of their inkers, but I can guarantee it's not every color. I don't have yellow or a honey colored or anything. And time is pretty much up, but they're have a beautiful day. I don't know. I love this though, and the bees look so good. They look so cool. All right, everybody. If you like my videos, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.